Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy back again with another video. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic is gonna be a little bit of a. I wouldn't say it's too controversial, but some people might take a little bit offense to it. But I'm gonna point this out right now. Um, I'm a strong believer in hit dogs. How? So if you are freaking offended by this video, then you need to do some reality checks. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, with that out the way, I want to get into the topic of why relationships are so cooked in our generation. I'm Gen Z, 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've seen things and pretty scary things. Um, I also want to preface this by saying I have a loving an amazing girlfriend. So no, this does not come up from a place of being single or being lonely and miserable. You know what I'm saying? I love my girlfriend. We're happy together. But with that all out the way, um, first I'm gonna start off with my guys, man. My fellas, I love y'all, man. But there are a lot of you that are very delusional. Um, but yeah. So my fellas out there, I mean, this first point kind of applies to girls too, but I'm gonna get into the girls topic later. But my guys out there, we cannot keep this roster thing going. Like rosters need to die in 2026. Now, if you are somebody who is into the whole hookup culture and you kind of just do you kind of have your roster to just have your fun, get your nut off, whatever. I'm not gonna hate on it. You know what I'm saying? You do you. But if you are a single male, young male, and you have a roster and you're like trying to date, like to actually, end goal, hopefully marriage, dude, what are you doing? Like, and I really don't like the whole idea of like a talking stage. I think it's the dumbest shit in the world. Like, if you guys are talking to each other and going on dates, that's dating. Like, you are dating this person. Now, it doesn't have a label on it yet. You guys aren't boyfriend and girlfriend until, you both come to a mutual agreement to establish that. But you are dating. Like, I don't know why people try to do all these beat around the bush titles like, oh, he's my situationship, or oh, he's this, he's that. No, you motherfuckers are dating. Like, why are, I swear, man, this damn people are so scared of any type of commitment or any type of title on anything. But you know what? I digress. That can be a video for another day. But if you are a man that has a roster in the big 2026, what are you doing? Not only does that show that you can't stay loyal, but it just gives the illusion of like you have like a whole bunch of options when you really don't. Like I'm pretty sure like 99% of the time, like when you have a roster, like you cannot hold like any kind of conversations with any of those people. Like, really, next time you like see one of your boys and they have like a roster, check the messages, bro. I bet you they are the most shallow conversations you will ever have. Like, oh, what you doing? Like, those type of people are usually what are you doing warriors. You know what I mean? Like, can't hold a conversation, so they just open up with good morning or what you doing right now. Like, and I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, I'm a bad texter. Man, get the fuck out of here. Like, bad texters are not a thing. I'm a strong believer of that. You will text with the utmost energy. Even the most nonchalant of men will text with some kind of energy to someone they actually like. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And yeah, like that's my first point. Rosters in the big 2026, they need to go. They need to be gone. Now, number 2. Um beauty standards. Guys, like we gotta lower them just a little bit, fellas, please. I'm begging you. Like, and it's really social media's fault, because like motherfuckers get on like Instagram and they see like this snatched waist e-girl, Hello Kitty e-girl that has like triple D boobs, and she gets like 1.5 million followers. Like, it's like posts like that, or like the OF models, really cooked my generation's brains, unfortunately. And as an ex corn addict, I can confidently say that that shit fries people's brains, and it makes it to where you're not able to talk to a woman like at all. Like, and I know, like I said, I'm gonna get a little personal here. Like, I used to be addicted to the stuff, but like like when you consume that stuff so often, it's just like so impossible to talk to a woman regularly, because like if you just try to talk to a woman, she'll just like look like like you won't be focused on the conversation. You know what I'm getting at. Like I said, I'm an ex addict. I don't do that stuff anymore. I'm pretty clean now. I'm proud of it. But there was a dark time in my life where I was, and not only does it make you look at women differently, but it also just makes you like, how do I word it? Like very vulnerable to like affection and stuff. Because when you haven't like talked to a woman properly, because women are just people, at the end of the day. There are guys who like to put them on this big old pedestal, like, oh my god, I can never talk to this woman, like, she's just out of my league. It's like, dude, women are people just like us. None of them are perfect. And social media likes to give the illusion that they are perfect. No, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, so when you go so long, like, this is gonna be a kind of a little bit of a corny pull, but you kind of like start moving like, if you know the anime Chainsaw Man, you start moving like Denji. You know what I'm saying? Just like basic conversation with a woman, boom, you're already entranced just like that. And it's sad, and I hate to admit it, but I used to be like that too. And so those are kind of my big drive points with my guys. um Women, we'll get on the topic of women right now. My biggest gripe with women in this generation is there one okay one there's way too many of them that actually just don't know what they want, and like there's a lot of them that kind of like the idea of a relationship, but then like they don't want to put any effort into an actual relationship. You know what I mean? Like, for example, that whole mindset of, oh, if he wanted to, he would. Like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. How about you just ask him, hey, I think it'd be kind of nice if we did this, or if you did this for me. Now, I'm not, there's a difference between like asking for like stuff like that and like basic human courtesy. Like, if you're talking to a guy and he's like never thinking about you unless you like hit him up first, okay, then we got a little bit of a problem there. But if you're freaking like mad at him for something, or like, you know what I mean, he's upsetting you, why are we waiting until he reads your mood and reads your mind to be like, hey, is something wrong? Like, holy smokes, if you don't just fucking be a grown woman and just ask, hey, can you stop doing that? Or hey, I don't really like how what you said about this, made me feel. Be a fucking adult. We are all adults here with the ability to talk to each other. Unfortunately, we can't read minds, when men or women. So, that's really what I want to get at first. Secondly, and this one absolutely grinds my gears, there are demons, spawns of Satan walking this earth that will act so much like they want something with you. Or, okay, I'm wording that wrong. They will do all the things that two people in a relationship would do, but then they turn around and reject you. Like, oh, nope, I actually don't want anything with you. I just want to be friends. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we cuddled up in my bed, like, listening to my favorite music, holding each other's hands, and then you're turning around and saying, oh, actually, I kind of don't want this with you right now. Like, it's really giving male validation. Like, you were just there for the male validation and nothing else. Like, you know, it's, what else is it giving? It's giving, oh my gosh, if you were, if you looked like this, you would be the perfect guy, or if you acted like this guy, you'd be the perfect guy. Like, that's what it's really giving. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, please, let's stop this. Let's stop this soon, hopefully. Um, Also, this is just like a complete side note, but I think like I think the whole like I hate my GF or I hate my BF like tag, like, if you know that trend on TikTok, it's like basically these posts where people get on TikTok and they just start saying the absolute most heinous shit about like, oh my god, when my boyfriend's talking to me, but like I just like the sound of my own voice, or I'm just looking at my little square in the FaceTime corner, or like it's like stuff like that. Like the most absolutely, it's actually giving narcissist. Like, why are we so, you know, doing this shamelessly, by the way? Literally no shame in their game. And to any motherfuckers who repost shit like that, I just want you to know you are the absolute most cornball human being of all time. Like, I don't know anything more corny than those posts. And every time I get them on my feed, like I'm just watching with the most straight face, and I'm just like, wow, like holy moly, like. And motherfuckers will turn around and tell you, "Oh, but it's just a joke. It's just man, shut the hell up." I'm a strong believer that there's a little bit of truth to every joke. You know what I mean? And if you're sitting here talking about oh like uh let's see, I can't even like name an example because I don't get those TikToks on my feed. But like the few times that I do, like I'm just looking at it with the straightest face possible, and I'm just like, bro, like is this not corny? Is this not weird? It's like the same. Like, it's like black pill motherfuckers. Like those. I should have talked about that in my mail section. Like anyone who's like really truly believing in the black pill, like oh you gotta have a certain amount of money and a certain amount of this to for a woman to even look your way. It's like bro, that is not true like at all. And, they come up with all these fucking weird ass terms like oh sub five, Chad Light, Stacy, and it's just like a whole bunch of buzzwords just being thrown at you. And when you're chronically online, when you're a chronically online teenager and you have nothing else to do, like, and you start feeding into this bullshit because a woman won't even look your way. It's like, bro, this black pill shit is not real, bro. I promise you. Just because you can't hold a conversation with a woman does not mean that all of a sudden you need to, be bone smashing and doing all this shit just for a woman to look your way. Like, look at Clavicular, dude. Like, that dude, he did all the looks max and shit, and he, guess what? Now he looks like he's fucking rotting, and he's the biggest cornball in the universe. It's like, bro, like if you truly believe in that black pill shit, like I hope you get the help you need soon because that shit never leads to anything good. I promise you. It's like, dude, all you have to do, and and like I said, I was at one point, I could barely hold a conversation with a woman. You just need to talk to more women. Now, I know this is what I'm going against what I said earlier, like having a roster and shit, but like don't talk to a whole bunch of women like trying to get with them. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like just talk to women. Like have regular conversations with them. Like with no intentions at all. Like hey, I just want to talk to somebody. You know what I mean? That's what really helped me. Um, get on a few apps or something like for like making friends. Like just talk to people, and you'll realize that women are just regular people, just like us. And there's a lot of them that are even lame. Like there's losers. There are such thing as women losers. As much as there are men losers, there are an equal amount of women losers. You know what I'm saying? Like they exist. They're out there. Trust me. I know a few, or I've known a few. I don't talk to them anymore, but it's like, you know what I mean? But, just basic advice for my fellas out there. Um, but yeah, I've been yapping too long. Moral of the story, Gen Z, please, get yourselves together because happy relationships should be allowed to exist. And there doesn't need to be all these theories or oh my god, if she does this, like she's not the one, like or oh, if he wanted to he would. Like we don't need all these rules. I promise relationships are not this hard. They are not this complicated. It's like just be a decent human being and be yourself. Those are the main two things that are stopping a lot of motherfuckers from getting into a happy relationship. Because either people can't be a decent human being, or motherfuckers just get their whole personality from the internet, like from streamers or somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like nobody's themselves anymore. Everyone's like a clone, just spewing TikTok brain rot. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and like try to act like I'm above everybody else because I don't, I like my TikTok. I like my doom scrolling days, but at the same time, it's like I know when to stop. That's the difference. Like I know when I've been laying on my ass too long, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should go outside. Maybe I should go to the gym right now. Like time is a precious thing, and a lot of people waste it. Doing these gender wars on TikTok, going back and forth over bullshit that really does not matter in the end. Because guess what? You won that argument in the TikTok comment section. Now what? You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.